Hello, everyone, and thank you for being here today. I'm excited to introduce our topic with this intriguing title. I like girls with tattoos, but I won't marry one. On this first slide, we're setting the stage for a deep dive into some complex ideas about respect, attraction, and commitment. Over the course of this presentation, we'll explore what tattoos really symbolize in modern relationships, why some people feel this paradox, and what it reveals about our perceptions of love and loyalty. So, let's get started and see where this conversation takes us. On Girls Ask Guys, a common theme that comes up is the difference between attraction and long-term vision when it comes to tattoos. Many men might find tattoos appealing in casual or short-term situations, but when it comes to serious relationships, they often see them as a red flag. One user mentioned that while some men may say tattoos don't matter much, in reality, they often disqualify women with tattoos from being considered for marriage. Another person shared a straightforward opinion. Tattoos can be attractive in certain contexts, but they might not be suitable for a spouse. This distinction really boils down to personal aesthetic preferences and concerns about permanence. For example, a full sleeve might look striking now, but as a lifelong partner, that visual choice might conflict with long-term relationship ideals. So this highlights an important point. What's attractive in the moment isn't always aligned with the long-term vision many people have for a committed relationship. Tattoos are really a form of self-expression, artistry, and identity. They allow people to showcase who they are or what they believe in visually. However, despite their growing popularity, cultural biases and societal perceptions still linger. For example, research shows that many women with tattoos tend to choose discreet or easily coverable placements. This suggests that they are aware of societal stigma and sometimes feel the need to hide their tattoos. On the other hand, there is still skepticism from more conservative circles, especially from parents or community members who may view tattoos differently. This skepticism persists even as acceptance is slowly increasing in many places. Because of these lingering biases, some people might feel uneasy about marrying someone with tattoos. It often ties back to deeper values around presentation and respect, where body modifications might still challenge traditional notions of professionalism or propriety. Overall, these points highlight how tattoos, while personal and expressive, can also evoke complex social reactions rooted in long-standing stigmas. It's a nuanced balance between individual expression and societal expectations. Let's talk about permanence and how life trajectories can change over time. A common concern with tattoos is the fear that they might not age well, whether in terms of appearance or symbolism. Some people worry that a tattoo might look different as they get older, or that its meaning could shift. There are also practical concerns. Some argue that tattoos could limit professional opportunities or make it harder to adapt in the future. The question is, as your roles and goals evolve, will your tattoos still align with who you are or what you want to represent? Another point to consider is how permanent ink might anchor someone to their past self. That can sometimes conflict with future aspirations or shifts in identity. So, when choosing a spouse or making any lasting decision, it's not just about how things are now. It's also about how well those choices will age with us and continue to resonate over time. This idea ties into the broader theme of how our decisions today shape our future selves. Let's take a closer look at the line, "I like girls with tattoos but won't marry one," because it reveals more than just personal preference. It can actually serve as a signal about deeper values, feelings of security, or even traditional beliefs. Tattoos, especially those that are dramatic or cover a lot of skin, are often seen as rebellious or nonconformist. Those traits can sometimes clash with conventional ideas of what marriage should represent, like stability and tradition. A Reddit user shared a really insightful point about this tension. They mentioned that, while they value self-expression and personal freedom, they still prioritize dating within their cultural or religious norms. This can create emotional challenges because embracing tattoos might feel like going against those norms. They said, tattoos are very frowned upon in both of these culture and religion, but the culture has loosened up a bit. I hit another valley of not feeling attractive or feminine with my tattoos. This quote illustrates how tattoos can symbolically conflict with societal expectations around femininity, commitment, or cultural identity. It highlights how personal choices like getting tattoos can be intertwined with cultural signals and the broader themes of commitment and tradition that we're exploring throughout this presentation. Now, let's move beyond the common biases and explore how attitudes around tattoos are actually evolving. While we know that vocal minorities still hold certain negative views, the broader perspective is shifting in a more positive direction. One key area is acceptance in marriage. Many men have shared that they've dated or even married women with tattoos, and they often see the tattoos as meaningful rather than problematic. It's about understanding the story behind the ink. Another important point is how acceptance often hinges on balance and tastefulness. Small, well-designed tattoos tend to spark curiosity rather than judgment. They're seen as an expression of personality rather than a deal breaker. In fact, in many modern relationships, tattoos are becoming stories rather than obstacles. As long as there's mutual respect and open communication, tattoos can actually enhance understanding and connection. This shift reflects a broader trend of embracing diversity and individuality in relationships, aligning with our overall theme of moving beyond stereotypes and biases. So, when we hear the sentiment, "I like girls with tattoos, but I won't marry one," it often hides some deeper tensions underneath. First, there's the contrast between attraction and expectations. People might be visually attracted to tattoos, but they also have traditional ideas about what a partner should be like in the long run. Then, we see a similar pattern with expression versus compatibility. Someone might appreciate personal expression, like tattoos, but worry about whether that aligns with their idea of a compatible, lasting relationship. And finally, there's the tension between identity and norms. Cultural identity can influence how we see tattoos and self-expression, yet those norms are constantly evolving. Overall, these points highlight how complex our feelings can be, how surface-level attraction can mask deeper questions about shared values, identity, and future compatibility. It's a reminder that what we say on the surface often involves much more nuanced feelings and assumptions underneath. When we look beyond the surface, the deeper meaning of relationships becomes clear. Ultimately, relationships flourish when partners focus on more than just appearances or superficial traits. It's about assessing each other's core values, the intentions behind their actions, and their capacity for growth and change. These are the qualities that truly matter in building a lasting connection. So, while skin art might be eye-catching, it's the inner qualities and shared goals that create a strong, enduring bond. This idea ties back to the overall theme of authentic connection. What really makes a relationship thrive is understanding and valuing each other's true selves. So let's dive into some key takeaways. First, beyond surface-level attraction. While initial chemistry and appearance can catch our eye, true compatibility goes much deeper. It's about shared values, personalities, and how well we connect on a fundamental level. Next, understanding underlying values is essential. When someone makes a statement about tradition or societal perceptions, it often reveals deeper concerns or beliefs. These are the things that shape long-term compatibility and help us understand what truly matters to each person. And finally, communication really is the cornerstone of any successful relationship. Having open, honest conversations about personal choices, future goals, and expectations creates a foundation of trust. It ensures that both partners are on the same page and can navigate challenges together. Together, these points reinforce the overall theme, that meaningful connections are built on more than just appearances. They require understanding and open dialogue. Building respectful relationships is all about understanding and valuing each other. When we talk about respect, attraction, and commitment, these are the core elements that help us create meaningful connections. Nowadays, tattoos are often seen as personal stories or expressions of identity, not as barriers to love. They can actually serve as conversation starters or symbols of shared experiences. The key is to focus on shared values and mutual understanding. These are what truly strengthen a bond. By emphasizing respect and openness, we can build lasting relationships where both partners feel accepted and appreciated. Remember, it's about seeing beyond the surface and valuing each person for who they are inside. This aligns perfectly with the overall theme of fostering healthy, genuine connections based on trust and understanding.